Hello everyone, this is Ashwin from FTC team number 5894 VQ, and today we're going to be learning some more NXT-G programming, except this time it will be on the touch sensor. So we're going to start off like usual with the PowerPoint, in which we'll review all the information necessary, and then we'll move on to NXT-G, in which I'll show you guys how to do it all. So what exactly is the touch sensor? The touch sensor is an orange button which is pressed in order to be read. And over here to the bottom right is the touch sensor. And you can see there's an orange button which can be compressed in order to read values. The touch sensor is utilized for detecting surfaces which obstruct a robot's path. It is the simplest sensor to use because there are only two readings, whether the button's pressed or not pressed. So how does the touch sensor work? When the orange button on the touch sensor is pressed, it reads a value of 1, and a value of 0 if it's not pressed. The touch sensor is normally used with a wait block. And there are three possible commands for the touch sensor in NXT-G. And their options are pressed, in which the button on the touch sensor is completely pushed in, released, which is after the button's been released, and bumped, which means to slightly graze or bump it. And your program, you can select which one you want to use based off of how your program works. If you want your robot to do a certain portion of your program, if the button's completely pressed at that time, then you press this pressed one. If you want released, which means after the button's been pressed and then you want it to run your program, that's cool too. And then just bumped, in which you can barely graze something and then conduct another portion of your program. Programming the touch sensor. As an example, we are going to use the wait block. The wait block is a conditional statement saying that a portion of the program will not be run until a condition is met. It will wait for the conditions to be met. So let's place an unlimited move block, and then a wait for touch block, and then a stop move block. So over here at the bottom is a move block saying that we are moving forward unlimited until it says a wait. This is a wait till touch block, and so these two blocks are saying that we're going to move unlimited until we touch something, and it says pressed, so the button will be completely pressed. And then if this is the case, then the robot will move. Will stop, because the move block is saying that the robot will stop. There's no more movement after this. Programming the touch sensor continued, and this is the menu for the wait till touch block. And for the control, make sure that it's reading a sensor in the wait block, and the sensor is precisely the touch sensor. And for the port, it depends on where you plug yours in your robot, and the touch sensor in this example is plugged into port 1. And it's saying that the button has to be completely pressed in order to run this next portion of the program. So let's go to NXT-G, in which I'll show you how to do everything. Alright, so we have to start by creating a new program, and we're going to call it Touch Experiment. Alright, so this is the menu of a basic NXT-G software. And we're going to go to, so there's the common menu, action, sensor, flow, data, and advanced, as we reviewed in the first video of this series. And we're going to take this wait block over here and place it right here with the program. And boom, the menu for the touch sensor, the wait till touch sensor, is shown. And we know that it's on sensor, not time. And we precisely need the touch sensor. That's great. And this depends. Currently, we do not have a robot in which we are plugging the touch sensor into, so I'll leave it at port 1. And we can experiment with the pressed. We can have it so that the button's completely pressed in, released, or bumped. So we talked about in the PowerPoint that how we're going to use the unlimited move block at first. Alright, so this move block says that it's plugged into ports B and C, which are normally the wheel motors, so that's cool. We can move forward, backward, or stop. We're going to move forward for simplicity's sake. We're going to move straight instead of turning. Powered, you can adjust to your liking. We're going to leave it at 80 for now. Although 75 is the most ideal and typically used. And rotations, we're going to remember how we said we're going to use unlimited. It's not seconds, would be on time. Rotations are how many full 360-degree rotations by wheels on your robot. Degrees is specified degrees by your wheels. And then there's unlimited, which means that the program will keep running. This move block will make the robot move on forever. And now, since that we put this wait till touch block after that, it's going to only move forever until it touches something and the button's completely pressed. And then after this, we want our robot to stop moving. So the ports are B and C. The direction, we don't want it to move at all. So we don't want it to move forward, backward. So we're going to select stop, because that's what we want a robot to do, stop. So then we don't have to worry about the steering, the power, or duration, because the robot won't do anything. So if we look at this, let's review the program. So this is a basic program saying that the robot will move forward until it is pressed, the touch sensor is pressed. And then if the touch sensor is pressed, then stop the robot. And make sure to note that you customize this to whatever you're liking. We can make it move backwards, or depends on how you place the touch sensor. If you move the robot backwards, you want a touch sensor also pointing backwards in order to actually press against something. So we can also apply the touch sensor to many other things. However, this is going to be a basic overview of the touch sensor. We will be giving more advanced tutorials in the future. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have any questions, please comment below. And if you guys want to learn more about our FTC team, please visit www.bcubeftcrobotics.webs.com. That will be down in the description. And thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned and see you guys in the next video. Thank you.